from PickDawgz.com. Round 2. I'm going to delete that other program because we never actually got to the show, to the picks. So no problem there, no harm, no foul. Hopefully we'll give everybody a chance to rejoin us. We'll keep the normally we go a little too long on this intro anyway, but I like it that way. It's kind of our trademark. It's like, this guy's talk too much. We haven't heard the talk too much. Like, we never get Joe talks too much, right? We never get that. It's like we always get Mitch talks too much, right? We always had Mitch talks too much, but since Joe's been here, we haven't had that.
Well, how could you get too much Joe? There's no limit on that.
I don't know, Brian.
Oh, that's very sweet of you, Brian.
That's the truth.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Brian's in charge of sucking up.
Always brightens my morning.
If you did notice.
No, I wouldn't say I'm sucking. I'm just being honest.
Give her Brian's biggest compliment. If you were my waitress, I'd give you $100 tip on a $12 tip. We're just giving everybody a chance to rejoin us. Sorry about the tech difficulties. You guys know it happens. We will survive. We'll come back bigger and better each time. But we didn't get any picks in, so we're just gonna wait till a couple minutes, give everybody a chance to rejoin us, and then we'll come back with the picks. But anyways, Brian and I were talking about Notre Dame, Wisconsin, and I think Wisconsin here is laying 6.5. It's a neutral site game at Soldier Field. I was at a Notre Dame game at Soldier Field, and I've been to Wisconsin games at Soldier Field. So they're both going to have a good amount of people at this game. I'll tell you that much.
Down to 5.5 now.
I see 6.5. It opened at 5.5, but I see 6.5. So Notre Dame, terrible rushing the football this year. 105 yards on the ground. 21st in throwing the football. But Wisconsin, they have the number 1 ranked defense, and they're number 1 against the run, 23rd against the pass. But, I mean, who have they played, right? Then it all comes back to who have you played, and it's Eastern Michigan and Penn State, right? Eastern Michigan. And you want to go over the Eastern Michigan, the beauty that's Eastern Michigan this year? Because you guys know I love Eastern Michigan. We've won so much money. They're one of the better cover teams over the last 3 years. But, I just think that they're going to see something here that they haven't seen before, which is these tall wide receivers. Super tall. Very tough. Brian Kelly, that's his new thing. He likes to go over the top. That is his new thing, and he hasn't really shown it yet. He's been saving it for this game. You watch. You can go right over.
Now, Notre Dame's a very public team.
Well, if anyone knows public plays, Brian.
And when you're going to give plus 5.5 or plus 6, whatever it is, to Notre Dame, with their record, people are going to be humping all over Notre Dame. I think Wisconsin.
And Wisconsin's not one of the most public teams?
They are, but not to the level of the Fighting Irish.
Well, nobody's to the level of Notre Dame as far as public, but Wisconsin also a very, very public team.
I just think it's a trap for the Irish, but what do I know?
As you say, it looks too good to be true, right?
Yeah. Oh, Notre Dame, 6 points.
Yeah, but you look at Notre Dame and you see you see Wisconsin's defense ranked number 1. You see, this, but what we see is Paul Chryst, who's a horrible head coach. Horrid.
Well, look what Florida State's shown us so far. Notre Dame really struggled at the end of the second half of that game against a weak Florida State.
For a night
I know. I had Florida State. I had Florida State in that one, but I don't know.
I've gone to Tallahassee for
we saw
one
Notre
of my
Dame
friends
struggle.
get punched right in the face.
We saw them struggle at home against Toledo. Was it?
It's a tough building. Doak Campbell.
I think you're just anti-Big Ten and you're pro ACC. I think that's what it is.
It has nothing to do with anything.
Well, that's what I think it is. I think you're anti-Big Ten.
I'm anti-square play, and that's what Wisconsin is.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. 'cause I like them.
I might not have to bet it twice.
That's Brian's bitchy. It isn't. No, it isn't. Anyways. All right, we're at the 5-minute mark. We can get back to our games for today. This is right where we cut off. Middle Tennessee taking on Charlotte. Middle Tennessee, 120th ranked offense in the nation, heading on the road to Charlotte. You want to see a lousy run game. You watch Middle Tennessee State. You want to see a team that is just, I think there's 128 Division I college teams, FBS teams, and they're ranked 128th in rushing. They are pathetic when it comes to the run. Charlotte, not bad. They beat Duke, but a lot of love on Middle Tennessee State I see out there. A lot of love. And I don't know. Brian, I'm sure you love something. Oh,
What's not to love about Middle Tennessee?
I don't know, Brian. What do you like here?
Their ground game.
In the first 2 weeks combined, Middle Tennessee scored 27 points, and Charlotte only managed 9 points against Georgia State. I'm a very small lean towards the under 56 here. I just see both teams struggling to score. The only thing I worry about is the lack of running the football for Middle Tennessee in that clock. But I think it goes under the total.
Rod?
Yeah, I'm going to give you the under. Middle Tennessee 5-1 to the under their last 6 games after accumulating accumulating less than 100 yards rushing in the previous game. They're also 12-5-1 to the under their last 18 in September. 49ers 5-0 their last 5 Friday games to the under. 6-2 their last 8 on field turf to the under, and 5-2 to the under their last 7 at home are the 49ers. I like the under. Low scoring game.
Joe Madden?
And give me Charlotte to come out and win this one. They're 2-1 straight up and 2-1 against the spread, and they've got some of the best passing defense in the country. So I'm looking at this Blue Raiders team that can't run the ball. They're going to be looking to pass it, and I think Charlotte dominates this one.
This is one where, once again, college football gets it right. They stick this lousy game at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on a Friday, so at least someone's going to watch some of it. Yeah, I bashed the Middle Tennessee State offense for averaging 56 yards a game, but they're up against the worst run defense in the country in Charlotte, allowing 270 yards a game. This is a very bad game. Don't even pretend like either of these teams is legitimate or good. This is a good one to take a hard pass on. This is a good one where you say, you know what? I know Ruffalo. I like Ruffalo. I'm going to take a straight Ruffalo on this game. I just don't see any reason to bet this game whatsoever. If I'm going to bet it, I'm going to take Charlotte because they're home for no other reason than that. But I'll tell you what. Personally, you guys know I'll bet on almost anything. I mean, we bet on simulated Madden football in the rain, Pro Bowl during COVID. That's, yeah. You guys might think it's a problem. I think it's not a problem. Just don't look at my stuff. Anyways, passing on this one. But if I was to take a team, I'd take Charlotte only because they're home. Really, that's the only reason. It's the only angle I see in this whole game. There's no angle whatsoever. I mean, to lead you to believe that, Middle Tennessee, I mean, they're 89th against the run. They're as bad as Charlotte is against the run, Middle Tennessee, hideous against the run. And, Charlotte actually can run the football. 41st in the nation rushing the football. Oh, this is a crappy one. This is such a bad game. Such a bad game.
So you're telling me you won't be watching it tonight?
Not something that I'm rushing to the window for.
What's a better game than UNLV Fresno? I mean,
you think so?
On paper.
I don't think so. I don't see it. What channel is this game on?
Middle Tennessee Charlotte's on TV. I think it's ESPN.
Oh, it's got to be on.
Fox is no. CBS Sports Network,
I have this is where you go to my favorite website, mattsars.com.
It's CBS Sports, I'm pretty sure.
Well, we're going to find out because you know who has the answer? Matt Sars.
I do too. It's right at my fingertips. CBS Sports Network.
Or go to mattsars.com, and I'm telling you, he has all the answers.
Yeah, but look at all this time.
It's the only website I endorse. And I don't, it's a non-paid endorsement, whatever. I don't care. mattsars.com. It's my very favorite website. MATTSARZ sports.com. Like Joe Madden Sports, but Matt Sars.
Well, PickDawgz.com is my favorite website.
Well, I like that, but I'm talking about outside of my family.
Actually, my new favorite website might be something else. Who knows?
You can watch the Middle Tennessee game and then follow that up with the UNLV and Fresno game.
True. Those are my type of teams.
You'll be tired tomorrow morning.
I have premium picks of both games.
CBS Sports Network. We head over to the Deuce, where Wake Forest is traveling to Virginia. This is an ACC battle. It's clearly a down year for the ACC. Clearly. ACC has struggled so far this year. But this one actually could be an exciting game because neither of these teams enjoy playing defense much. Rod, what do you think of this one?
Not surprisingly, yeah, they don't play a whole lot of defense, but I think we're going to get the under. Maybe the under 68.5. I think there's too many points in this one. Wake Forest 3-0 to the under. Virginia 2-1 to the under. I like the under. I think we have a lower scoring game. I think the 68.5 is too many points. Give me the under in this one.
Brian?
For me, tune into the drive-thru tonight to get the spread winner from this game. I'll be on with an all-star cast tonight on the drive-thru.
Not going to be able to sleep all day after that promo. Joe?
This is going to be a good game, you guys. I would be looking for a higher scoring one in this. I think both of these teams are going to put up points, and I think it's going to come down to who has that last possession.
Once again, I'm not really sure about this one. I think this one could come down to the last possession. You know, Virginia just so bad on defense, and they also refuse to run the football. Two things that I really am against in college football. It's like if you don't play defense and you don't run the football, very, very hard to win games because I always say the team that can run the football and play defense wins, right? So I give the edge here to Wake Forest getting the points, getting the 3.5. It's a slight edge because that Virginia passing attack is good, and Bronco Mendenhall teams are traditionally a lot more physical than this team has been. They've been a little bit on the sloppy side. Clausen's a good coach, too. Let's look at the Zawacki index here on this thing. See,
but Virginia's only had one bad defensive game now.
Wake has covered their last 4 at Virginia and 6-0 in the last 6 meetings. Trends are made to be broken also, right? This is just a tough one. I know Brian enjoys this part of the show the most. Virginia. The penny has spoken. Look at that. Look at the look. Look at that. Have to be his GIF.
I'd be upset either way. If the penny had my pick, I would be upset about it. And if the penny didn't have my pick, I'd be upset about it. I'd be upset either way.
So what are you
either way,
to say?
the penny. I don't like the penny.
Well, we could go to an alternate source here. You know, we could go to an alternate source.
Do you have the magic 8 ball?
Of course.
Magic 8 ball.
They don't need that. They just need to tune into the drive-thru tonight, and they get the easy.
Screw that.
Slam dunk winner.
Sorry, I can't do it. It's too much Ruffalo. We got the Ruffalo index. Is the lucky penny correct on its Virginia Wake Forest assessment?
Highly unlikely.
It says stay tuned to the drive.
Stay tuned to the drive.
It says as I see it, yes.
That is hilarious.
As I see it, yes. All right. So that the penny is correct for Virginia. Take it to the bank. We go to our next game, and it is Syracuse and Liberty. This one should be good. Liberty in a big step-up spot. Syracuse, It's looked pretty good this season so far, and what we've seen, that one loss was at home to Rutgers. Joe, what do you think of this one?
I'm excited for this game. I think we're going to have a good one. Syracuse is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games, 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 following a loss. I think Syracuse comes out strong. I don't know if they'll win this one, but I definitely think they'll cover on it.
Brian?
Yeah, I agree totally with Joe here. I think Syracuse here getting these points, gift at home. They got beat last year by Liberty, but I think looking early at this line, it looks like the squares are all over Liberty. I think Syracuse could win this game outright, but I think it'll come down to a team hitting a field goal for a walk-off win. So give me Syracuse plus the points.
Rod?
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take the Flames. Liberty is 9-0 ATS in their last 9 games following a straight-up win. 8-0 in their last 8 following a straight-up win of more than 20-plus points. 8-0 ATS in their last 8 games as a favorite. 8-0 their last 8 games on field turf. How do you not? I'm going to take Liberty. Win by a touchdown. Or more. I'm not back in Syracuse in this. They won yesterday, or last year. They win it again.
Too good to be true.
No revenge.
I think this game is going to be, points are going to be very, very tough to come by. I think this game is going to be played between the 20s. I really do. I can see this thing. That total, 53 for a college football game, is nothing. That's basically saying nothing is going to happen. And I kind of have to agree with that nothing is going to happen in this game. We got the number 4th ranked defense in the nation in Syracuse, who, known as offense, Dino Babers, but, here they are, ranked 4th in the nation in defense, 12th against the run. And then you have Liberty, they're 10th against the run and 28th against the pass. Syracuse 24th against the pass. And no one has scored on these teams any which way on the other side of it, Yeah, Syracuse and Liberty have both put some points on the board, but those points that they put on the board were in the crap games, Old Dominion and Campbell, When they played Troy, Liberty scored 21 points. And Syracuse, 29 against Ohio on the road. Yeah, they screwed us, we deserved it in that one. And then they scored 62 on Albany, but against Rutgers and Greg Schiano's defense, they scored 7 points. So I don't see any points at all being scored in this game. I think we end in a 0-0 tie.
I think you're dreaming. No chance of that happening.
Well, they don't allow it.
Yeah, so no chance.
The lowest score that the game can be is 2-0. Is the lowest possible score of a college football game is 2-0. Because what it would be a 0-0 tie. You'd go to overtime. No one would score in overtime. And then after, I believe it's now the second overtime. So the first overtime, then there's the second overtime. You have to go for 2 in the second overtime. And then the third overtime now is just 2-point conversions. So this is something really important for us, right, that we need to remember, is that if college football, if you think it's going to be a tight game, it's going to go to an overtime or something, it's going to be that tight, the most it could possibly be is 2 points. I mean, because it goes to that third overtime, they take away the possession, and it's only a 2-point conversion. That's all it is. The third overtime is now just a 2-point conversion. They don't keep playing overtimes from the 25-yard line. Does that make sense? Rod, you seem confused.
No,
it's that I don't believe you.
At all.
It's the I don't believe you look.
I think the score's going to be more than 2-0.
6-3.
6-3 in this one? Nah, let's go 17-7.
17-7, same score as the Rutgers game.
17-7, I think, in this one.
So we have a total of 53.5 in this game. So you guys say that.
We're all looking at each other because no one heard what Joe said.
You didn't hear me?
No, you kind of cut out and went.
I always think it's my internet when I hear that.
Right?
I was just saying, so in this matchup, we have a total of 53.5. So you guys are all saying hit that under. I'm still breaking up.
It's okay.
Yep, I like the under. Yep.
Joe, who do you like in Brown Harvard? That's your style of game.
I don't know yet. I haven't started looking into that one yet.
Maybe on the VIP show, she'll have a Brown Harvard play for you guys. That's a Joe game.
It's like a college basketball Friday.
It's a Joe game all the way. My last boss was a Harvard guy. He was a squash.
Oh, really?
Yes, captain of the national champion squash team. His friend was on the basketball team. So he came in, he had a shirt, doing something, had a T-shirt on, it said, "We're not just short, we're also slow."
That's good.
It was like Harvard basketball. We're not just short, we're also slow. Something like that. Or Harvard football was one of those. Fresno State against UNLV. This is the one that Brian's been waiting for, so we'll let him take center stage for this one. Brian, UNLV, this is a team that we've seen in this spot a million times. They're always dogs by a zillion points, and sometimes they get it done, sometimes they get run over. Fresno is a lot better team than people give them credit for. Their one loss at Outson Stadium last week beat UCLA like a drum. It was a one-sided game. The score was not as big as one-sided as the game was. What do you think here?
Well, UNLV gave up 48 points to Northern Iowa, 37 to Arizona State. Fresno State off a game where they put up 40 on UCLA, which I was liking UCLA. I was high on UCLA going into that game. I think it goes over the 59 posted total here. I don't think you see much defense from UNLV tonight. So I think that you could easily see close to 80 points tonight. So I'm taking the over.
I'll take the words right out of Rod's mouth for him before he speaks. The under's 4-0 in UNLV's last four road games. 6-0 in their last six after allowing more than 40 points. 5-0 in their last five after accumulating 170 yards. 4-0 in their last four as a road underdog. Rod, what do you think?
Right? How many points is UNLV going to contribute to that over? I don't think Fresno's 21.
I see 21.
I don't see that at all. I don't see that. No chance.
They do have the 128th ranked offense in the nation.
Right. Their offense is awful. Absolutely awful. But do I think Fresno's going to cover this? No. Are they going to actually try? They know they have the win in the bank, so they're not going to go all out and try to score 40-something points. Well, I like the under in this one. Give me the under 59. And it's lopsided. It's going to be like 38-7 or something. Final score. Fresno wins this, no problem. But do they cover the 30? Nah, I don't think so. I think their perfect 4-0 ATS record goes out the window. UNLV keeps us a little closer than the 30.5. And we get the under. Oh, look, it's down to 30.
It's a letdown spot for Fresno. I mean,
yeah,
it's
huge
UCLA.
letdown spot for Fresno.
Doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure this one out.
Well, we have a brain surgeon on hand. Joe, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to be against the brain surgeon.
Oh, no.
Totally go with Fresno State tonight. I really think they cover the spread. I think you've got one of the best offenses in the nation right now with their passing attack. So I'm looking for them to come out big on a Friday night against the Rebels. Sorry, guys. They struggle in the pass game. Their defense, they've allowed 40 points per game.
All right. Yeah, I look at this one. I see UNLV offense that averages 209 yards per game, facing less than this, than what they face here. And you see a Fresno passing game that up against, their third best in the nation, averaging 402 yards per game, up against the UNL defense. Well, 115th against the pass. That is right in the Bittler wheelhouse. And Rod's 38th 38-7 actually does cover. Because his spread's 30.5, and he picked 38-7, right? And he said they're not going to cover. It's going to be 38-7, and that does cover. So some quick math for
38-10.
This is why you always keep an abacus close by, and got the UNL defense is allowing 40 per game. I still think it goes under because like I don't know how UNLV gets to. What did you say they were going to score, Brian? 21.
21.
They're averaging 15.3. Wow. They're averaging 15.3. It's 125th in the nation. The only way that they get to 21 is if they get a special teams or defensive score.
I've seen that before.
What's the team total on UNLV? Just take that thing under.
It's probably 17.5. I don't know. I didn't look.
I don't know.
I don't think it's that high. Ooh. I bet it's 14.5 at most.
No.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't
definitely not 17.
I don't understand how UNLV scores 21 points in this game. I mean, I could see other sloppiness and stuff where maybe Fresno doesn't get,
13.5 is the number for UNLV.
Their quarterback is supposed to be back too, and he can put up numbers. Burnfield, I believe his name is.
So you like the over then?
Brumfield?
Yeah. I think he's going to be able to change this game for the Rebels.
Tate Martell is terrible. I mean, we know that. Tate Martell transferred from Ohio State to Miami, and now he transferred out of Miami to UNLV. He's from that area. And, when we got him at Miami, we're like, oh, we got Tate Martell transferred out of Ohio State. And he comes in, he's just kind of not very good. Couldn't beat out N'Kosi Perry. A bad day at the office. Anyway, speaking about bad day at the offices, Brian, what are you selling today?
Oh, it's going to be a good day at the office after yesterday's terrible Thursday performance. I got my Friday Pound Zone 3-pack. Two college football, one Major League Baseball for $40 at PickDawgz.com premium picks. Make sure you check that out or just join up on the VIP for $100. Best deal in handicapping. Now's the time to join.
Roast beef Friday over at the Zawacki house. Rod, what do you got? He's frozen.
Yeah, for me, it's
fried chicken Friday.
Steak Friday. We're rolling right along, winning 6 of the last 7 days. 64% winners, almost up over 1,000 units. So jump aboard. We're on fire. Steak Friday. A nice triple.
Joe Madden in the swing of things with her picks. She is plus money and ready to roll for the weekend here. First weekend college football and NFL football as a capper on our site. But she's torn it up already in the premium YouTube. So.
Yeah, you guys, if you're not on our premium or VIP YouTube, I would definitely say to join because these picks we're giving out there are amazing. Personally, I have 2 college football and 1 MLB dog today, actually. So head on over to the website, PickDawgz.com, to get those.
I have my $15 pick over at PickDawgz. It's in college football tonight. My streak ended of winners on my $15 pick, but, ready to start a new streak. Of course, guaranteed. If it doesn't win, you get credit back to buy either the next day or you can put it towards somebody else's pick if you are mad at me or whatever. If you think I'm never going to win again, it's happened. I certainly don't win them all. But, yep, I'm doing my $15 pick. I also have a 3-pack, 2 college football, 1 MLB as well. That's also guaranteed. I think it's 34 something, 34.99, 34.95, one of those things. Less than $35.
Oh my goodness,
steal. But of course, grab that YouTube Premium and VIP, the best deal in town. Tomorrow's Premium will be released early. No, actually. We're going to shoot it early because we're all going to do college football for tomorrow on the premium. But actually, we could do a baseball, too, if we wanted to on there because the lines will be out. But we're going to shoot it early to make sure that you guys have it. And then the VIP will be directly after tomorrow's live show. Of course, back to the format where it's Joe and I, and then we bring in the cappers one by one. We have who's on tomorrow? We have.
You know who I'd like to see tomorrow?
Who would you like to see besides
Could I make a request? I'd like to see Joe Vaughn tomorrow because he's been red hot last 30 days, last 7 days. I think he'd be good if he could get on tomorrow. But that's just my request.
I'll reach out to him. I don't know what his schedule is like on the weekends, but we do have some different cappers coming on this weekend than we've had on. We have Big Al's going to be on both days. He's on at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time exactly. He doesn't want to be there for the pregame or sit around in the green room with you guys.
He's one of
he
my
said
favorites.
Particularly, I don't want to hang out with Bittler in the green room.
He's one of my favorites. How could he not want to hang out with me?
Well, I don't know. I don't know, Brian. I used to be your favorite capper on payday.
Nah, Joe's my favorite, and Big Al's number 2, and Joe Vaughn, and then Rod.
How about me on payday? Payday?
Yeah, you're my favorite on payday.
Number 1 on payday. Number 2 on payday. Because we can move payday back. We can always move back.
No, well, it doesn't matter. As long as it comes eventually.
We could cancel it. No, we can't cancel it. We've already tried.
Rooflow's ahead of you too.
I'm sure they all are.
And 20T.
Sorry, I'm fine with it. I'm not in it for that. It's not what I'm about. Well, we've got me.
Well, I like being Brian's favorite.
You're gonna make me blush.
I don't know where this show's going. Yeah. Joe's like,
Are we going to talk some MLB or what?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
let's get into this. We start right away with the squares playing the board. Starts us right off. I'm starting to hate the Cardinals more than the Giants. It's a close contest.
all right. Speaking of Cardinals, we're going to do it in groups of 4 today, the baseball. Got Cardinals and the Cubs game 1. We've got the Orioles and the Rangers. We've got the Phillies and the Pirates, and the White Sox and the Indians. Baby, baby, baby. Bieber back in action for the Indians, Rod. Shane Bieber back in action. Imagine where the Indians would have been with him. They would have had him, Savali, Tristan McKenzie's come around. They're going to be straight fire next year. Dylan Cease regressing here. Brian, this is your game.
Yep, this is my game.
Sure it is. I can see it a mile away. The White Sox have already clinched. They got nothing to play for here.
I think you're thinking the opposite, but that's okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I can go. Good.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to take the Chicago. I'm going to take the Chicago
show.
White Sox here because Baby Bieber, first game back. How long are they going to let him pitch? Everybody's going to be humping the Cleveland Indians, thinking they're going to get an easy, plus money winner with Cleveland. I don't think so. I think White Sox win a road game. It happens once in a while. I think the Pirates plus money against the Phillies. Phillies are chokers. That's way too much juice to be laying with any Phillies starter. And I think you take the Chicago Cubs today over the Cardinals. J.A. Happ on the mound. I lost $500 on the Brewers yesterday. I'm going to double it up, take 1,000 on the Cubs today. I think they get it done.
Sure to join our NFL office pool contest. We got a big winner last week, 13-2. All the rules are there. So be sure to check it out. Rod?
Well, for me, I'll take the Cardinals in game 1 of that game. I'll take J.A. Happ. I'm not putting my money on no Justin Steele. No, thanks. You can put your $1,000 on the Cubs and Justin Steele there, Bittler. Not this guy. I'll take Happ, who's been pitching pretty well since he came over to the National League. And the Cardinals are 10-0. I am not getting in front of that train.
They're 12-0.
Pretty well. I got to look up J.A. Happ's numbers here to be specific.
So you can look at those numbers all you want on the 12-0. Yeah, not getting in front of that train. It'll run you right over. And the next one, I agree with you. I'll take the Pirates here. Kyle Gibson has definitely been dumpster fire. His 0-3 his last 3 starts with a 6.68 ERA. He's been awful. Give me the Pirates over your Phillies. 2 I like in that spot.
Last 14 innings for Happy. He's given up 14 runs. So,
What's your point?
And your and Steele is much better?
Steele's much.
Oh, yes. Totally.
I don't know what Steele's numbers are.
I'll tell you what I like in that game.
You're chasing.
Joe, go ahead.
Chasing my money back. Go on, give me my money back.
But you got to admit the Cardinals at minus 140 or so.
This game, neither of these guys are going to factor in that game. Joe, go ahead.
No.
Well, I can agree with you guys more. I'm definitely on the Pirates today against this Phillies team. They want this upset. I'm also really on the over 8.5 in this one. It is moving up, so get it right away. I'm seeing only 2 8.5s left on the board, and the rest are going up to 9s. The Pirates have been averaging 4.67 per game against these Phillies, and the Phillies are averaging 5.67. I think it's the day the Pirates get it done, get this upset, and we have a big over game.
I think we let Brian and Rod argue about the virtues of Justin Steele and Jay Happ, but both these guys stink. I got news for you. And the wind is blowing out at 20 miles an hour to dead center in Wrigley Field. We got an 8.5 total on a 7-inning game here. So I'm expecting to see a lot of runs. I like Paul Goldschmidt to hit a home run. I like that prop. I like everything over. I like the Cardinals. Double digits, team total over. I like the Cubs, team total over. I like the over in the game. I like the Cardinals. Paul Goldschmidt to hit a home run, and anybody else you think, any other offensive stat. This is one of those days. I've been to these games at Wrigley. I'm telling you, these are the days. You're going to be there for quite some time. There's a reason why it's like one game starts at 2:00 and the other game starts at 8:00. And it's only a 7-inning game.
The last 2 Cubs games was windier than snot and was blowing in, and they still went over.
They still went over with the wind blowing dead in.
And they still went over, right? Dead in, and it was like 30-mile-an-hour wind. Still went over.
I used to love going to Cubs games like at this time of year at Wrigley Field. You got the whole place to yourself. The Cubs just get slaughtered. I mean, they just get really creamed. One of my favorite Dog of the Day videos I ever did at Sports Shop Place. I'm sitting on the rooftop across the street, out in left field, and Albert Pujols hits one like right out of the stadium. You can see it flying. I'm at Bricks and Ivy. I'm on the rooftop like eating a cookie or something doing the video, and the ball comes. You can see it flying like right at me. It was awesome. And you see Pujols running around the bases while I'm doing the video. You can't even plan those things, to be like that. But this is gonna be one of those days at Wrigley. I'm telling you, if you're going to the game out in Chicago, pack a lunch, bring some extra money for refreshments because you're gonna be there for a while. You're gonna be there for a very long time. I think that was the game where Billy Joe Armstrong sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" too. That was.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Oh, it was freaking awesome. He sang it just like he does at concert, he's all over the mic. It's like really one of the best "Take Me Out to the Ball Games" you'll ever see. Anyways, go to our next set of games. Reds Nationals. Whew, Castillo.
Yeah, you got lucky yesterday.
I finally won one.
Congratulations, you won one.
Finally won one. Reds and Nationals. Tigers, Royals. Tampa Bay and the Marlins. And the Red Sox, Yankees in a big one at Fenway Park. Joe, what do you think of these?
If I have to, I can't Ruffalo it. I'd take the Detroit Tigers. I think they're the hotter team right now, and they are 4-0 in their last 4 games on a day off. On a day off, they're 13-3. I really think they're going to come out and hand it to the Royals today. The Royals haven't been great against right-handed pitchers, so I think it's going to be a hard one for them.
I think the interesting thing here for the Tigers is you have a really young team, and they do have something to play for here. They got a shot at 500 on the season.
Yeah.
So they're 74 and 78. They're 4 games under. That would put them at, let me see, 3, 7. They have 10 games left.
Yeah, I like them to get it done at home tonight.
They got a shot.
They absolutely do.
Brian, you back on the Reds with Sonny Gray or?
Nope. I'm not. I don't like this time.
Only
very
bet
much.
Castillo.
I think I'm going to take a crack with the Miami Marlins here with Cabrera on the mound. He's let me down in the first couple of starts. He's looked bad, but he's their number 1 pitching prospect. And I think Tampa. This is a Florida rival game. I don't think the Rays are going to be too up for this one. I think Marlins steal a W here. You get plus 225 for your money. So give me the Marlins.
I like the thought process, but I believe the Rays have won 137 in a row against the Marlins. Yeah, 35 and 16 in the last 15.
Yeah. Trends are made to be broken.
5 of their last 6 and Tampa Bay.
So you're laying 270 with Robertson starting.
I just think it's an overlay on for my parlay.
Like I said, I don't really like the time frame, but
you don't like the slot. How about you, Rob?
I'd much rather take the Cubs.
The team is 5-1 in Robinson's last 6 starts. So I don't know. I think I take the Rays. I'm not to put any money on Marlins the rest of the year. Yankees. The only one I really like in this time slot, I'm going to take the over in the Yankees in Boston. Yankees 5-1 their last 6 on the road versus a right-handed starter to the over. 9-4 to the over following a day off. Boston 5-1 in their last 7 to the over versus a right-handed starter. Boston is also 12-3-1 their last 16 at home to the over. I think we see a whole pile of runs. Yankees, Boston. Give me the over.
I like the Red Sox in this one. Cole is just a bust-a-rama here for the Yankees. I think at this point they got to be looking at somewhere to unload that giant salary because he's been nothing but a disappointment. And I think that Boone, these are his final days in New York, and I think this one puts the nail in the coffin. A sweep here over the weekend in Fenway just not going to be pretty good. Not going to be good for the Yankee fans, especially they absolutely need it. It is a 3-team sprint to the finish over this last week of the season. It shapes up to be an extra game to get into the wild card is really the way this is starting to look, but I don't think it's going to happen because I think the Yankees are done. I'm going to take the Boston Red Sox here going away. I'm going to lay the run line as well in this thing with the Eovaldi on the reverse run line. Let's see what kind of money we can make on this thing. This is the easy money. This is the kind of money that you kind of just overlay it with that under 2 in the Syracuse Liberty game.
You're trying to bait me into this one. You want me to
take in the Yankees and Cole?
Well,
who needs to bait you into
when you
taking
say
the
Cole's
Yankees
been
and
a major disappointment, I don't know how. I mean, he's not worth the money they pay him, but a 3.03 ERA and a WHIP of close to 1.00. He's not.
All right, say you're an average fan, right? That goes to a Yankee game, right? What's the average salary of a U.S. citizen? You know, what's the average salary?
The average person doesn't pitch 100 miles an hour.
No. These are the people that pay that salary, okay? The people that pay that salary are us. The team doesn't pay him. We pay him, okay? Because the team charges us money to see this garbage that they put on the field, okay? And they charge us, okay? The ticket prices are based upon this guy's frickin' salary. And at $2 million plus a win, okay, that is super expensive. He's not worth the money. And what that does is, even though it's a non-salary cap sport, it takes away money that they could put into other guys. And that's usually where that hurts you is your depth. And my guess is that depth and lack of it is what's going to keep the Yankees out of the playoffs this season.
I think the fault lays in the general managers to sign these players, these contracts, not the players. They get what they can get. In this play,
I'll tell you what I'm going to get. The Red Sox at -1.5 is plus 210 on your money. -2.5 plus 330. Well, I'll go there. I got no problem going there. -4.5, you get plus 785. Rod, you in with me?
I'm with you.
Rod's not in. He froze.
Frozen.
He
He doesn't
froze.
want to talk
You got
about
him so upset he froze.
I'm with you. The Yankees are 1-7 in their last 8 road games against right-handed pitchers.
It's like Rod's a little. Don't you guys think Rod's a little less fun when he's on a heater? Don't you think he's more fun?
I think we throw him under the bus now that he's frozen with
I know.
J.A.
Don't you think he's more fun when he's not winning? He gets all mad.
I'm all upset because me and Joe are opposites, like on everything today. I'm worried. Oh.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
It's gonna be one straw in your strawberry daiquiri, Brian.
Hey, I sent Rod a picture of my strawberry daiquiri. I think it looked pretty good.
Why didn't I get a picture of it?
I wasn't comfortable.
Wow.
I didn't feel like I felt like maybe was bothering you, so I didn't want to send a picture of it. So maybe
it wouldn't bother me.
All right.
Wow.
I'm comfortable with Rod. I could send him pictures.
Brian's playing hard to get here.
Rod's gone now.
Lost Rod.
Rod will be back.
I hope so.
Yankees pummel him tonight. We'll see.
Well, I got him. I got the Red Sox here. I'm going to lay the 2.5 runs. I think that's the right number at plus 330. When you go from the minus 2.5, we haven't done this in a while. The quick math. When you go at 1.5, it's 210. At 2.5, 330. At 3.5, now you have a $200 jump to 507, and then at 4.5, you're at 785. I say just bet all of them. Bet 150 on each of those things. 600.
You know what? I would, but it's against the Yankees, and I never bet with or against the Yankees. Kind of a rule of mine.
It's okay, Joe. I'll bet it for you.
Mitch is a Yankee.
You bet it for me.
He hates Garrett Cole and he hates the Yankees.
So?
No, that clouds your judgment. I don't like him. I don't like either. I don't care. I just from a handicapping perspective.
All right. Well, we'll take your opinion for what it's worth. Got the I kind of like pretending like Rod's not even here, right? We got the Cubs versus Cardinals. Got the Twins Blue Jays. The Brewers Mets. And the Rockies against the Giants. Brian, you taking the Rockies here?
Boy, a horrible time slot. I like the Cardinals here in Game 2, even though I hate the Cardinals in Game 1. I like them in Game 2 with Flaherty on the mound. I'd lay that 1.5. And I'm taking the San Francisco Giants minus the 1.5 because Peter Lambert, 3-7, 7.25 career in the big leagues, 1.74 whip. Giants got to have this win. They're a game up on the Dodgers now. So I'll lay the 1.5 with the Giants here.
Wow.
Yeah, I hate it, but what are you gonna do?
Come on, Joe, take the Rockies.
Well, no, I'm with Brian. I hate to say this. I'm with him on this on the run line. I think the San Francisco Giants come out and get this done. They're 4-0 in their last 4 against the Rockies. I'm also loving the over in this. The over has hit 9 and 4 in the last 13 matchups.
I thought Rod would be back by now. This must be a full reboot going on at the Zolak
house. Yeah, he's probably cursing and yelling.
This would be the stuff that I would pay money to watch the video of what's going on over there.
That would be for VIP members to get the video.
That would be well worth the price of admission.
I think VIP members should be able to watch a game with us. That would be a lot of fun. See the ups and downs of us when we're watching. Quite funny some days.
You know what? Maybe we should have the feature game of the week. We could do college or NFL, right? One or the other.
Yeah.
And just do it once a week. Or we could do like a baseball playoff game or whatever the case may be. I'll shoot right from my living room.
Yeah. Be fun. You might have to censor it though.
I definitely have to.
18
I
plus
definitely would
show.
have to wash my pajamas. I have 3 pairs of lucky pajamas. Got the Bulldogs, the polar bears, and the donuts.
Like it.
Anyways, Brian, you like any of these? You already said you like the Giants, right? How about you, Joe?
I like the Cardinals on the run line and the Giants on the run line.
Cardinals game 2 with Flaherty.
Game two.
And I gave the Giants on the run line and the over in that one. So it's your turn.
Oh, I like the Giants on the run line. I also like the Brewers. I just like betting against the Mets because Brian likes them so much. They were his World Series pick. So I just like rubbing this. I got a week left of betting.
I missed the Mets today. What the hell?
Yeah, they're up against the Brewers.
Yeah, all the squares are the Brewers today.
Of course.
But they do well against right-handed pitchers, so I'd take the Brewers as well.
I also like the Blue Jays against the Twins. We go to our next set of games, our final set of games for today's card. And Rod's still not back. I would love to know what's going on over there at Zawacki's. Honey, my pastry bag's clogged. I'll be right there. I got a pencil. Don't use a pencil. Got the Angels against the Mariners. Logan Gilbert's our guy for next year. He's on our circle list. Frankie Montas against Zach Greinke in Oakland. Got the Diamondbacks against the Dodgers. Love the D-backs in that one. And the Padres against the Braves. Brian?
Yeah, I don't know how I missed the Mets this morning. The Angels Mariners. I didn't really see that one come across the board. I kind of like the Angels here on the money line. Gilbert, like you said, is the pitcher that I'm going to be paying close attention to next season. But I think his innings are getting up there. It just seems like a trap at minus 120 on Seattle. So I'm going to take the Angels here to get a win. I think Suarez is on the mound. Yeah, Jose. I'm going to take the Angels money line here.
I like that song. I'm No Angel. Allman Brothers. It's a good one. Is it Greg Allman or is it the Allman Brothers? I'm No Angel.
I don't know.
Good song. I think it's Greg Allman. Awesome song. It's like I haven't been out of the house. So I haven't been driving in my car. So I haven't been heard it in a while. I got it in my tune list.
Oh.
Joe, what do you think?
Yeah, I think we're going to have an over game in this Astros and A's game. It's cashed. Astros last 5 games. I see them doing it tonight, and the A's being able to put up the runs too. So I'm loving that over. What about you, Mitch?
I like Logan Gilbert and the Mariners here. I also like the A's against the Angels, against the Astros. I love the Diamondbacks against the Dodgers. And I like Max Fried. So I like all these games. Well, Rod hasn't made it back for the parlay section of the show. I've stalled as much as I possibly could. Any messages from him? Anything, Brian?
Nope. I if he would message me, I'd mess with him somehow. I'd think of something to send him to get him upset. But no messages.
Must have had a complete blackout.
All right. Well, let's do parlays. Brian, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I got Middle Tennessee under the number. I got the Chicago White Sox on the money line and Chicago Cubs game 1.
Joe?
I'm going to take the Detroit Tigers, San Francisco Giants, and Milwaukee Brewers all on the money line.
I'm going to take the under in Syracuse Liberty. I'm going to take that with the Cardinals in game 1. And if they allow you to same game parlay it, take the over in that one too. And then I also like the Indians against the White Sox. Shane Bieber. Thanks everyone for joining us. It was a fun time. It's weird because it was kind of like stalling for Rod to get back, but he's not coming back. So we're going to do the premium show without Rod, I guess. Maybe I'll just steal one of his premium picks, which have been red hot. Do that on the premium show. And Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the big college football show. Joe and I, we got Joe D'Amico, Brian, Ron Romanelli, Tony Brown, got Al McMorty, got, I know I'm leaving somebody out. I'm not sure. Well, we got
off the top of my head, I can't think.
At least we got those people. Ruffalo. Can't forget Ruffalo. Anyways, Rod's on a heater, so we'll give him props when he's here. When he's not here. When he is here, we'll just give him a hard time. So I would pay money to see that blackout. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. And we'll do that premium video. See if we can get Rod on for it. If not, we'll just give out one of his premiums. But thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. Be sure to smash that like button. We appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow.